Gabriel and Carlos.
We hope you like our talk.
My talk is about the phonetics of dialogue,
Real human dialogue.
in a side channel important for social effectiveness.
Real social effectiveness. Okay, going forward, I will do both channels, the semantic and the pragmatic channels. And I'll do this amazing feat using both words and prosody. Any human can do this, but AI systems cannot. So they focus only on the words, the semantics. Interesting. Another thing that AI systems cannot do is really control their speech synthesis on the continuum from highly reduced to very enunciated. If you think of somebody like Alexa, Alexa has a beautiful AI voice, highly intelligible. Today I'm doing my very best to speak clearly, but I'm not at that level.
AI voices are paragons of intelligibility.
Right? AI voices are paradigms of intelligibility. I think it's true. One more time.
AI voices are paragons of intelligibility.
Yeah, if the audio quality here was better, you would appreciate it more, but they really are. In contrast, humans, maybe not so clear, but we have our charms. So for example,
that one's so good. I love that one. That one's like a nice short one.
a lot of more warmth in the human voice, a lot of more reduction going on. So for example, if you listen to I love that one, there's no T. There's no T. Highly reduced. All the underlining is reduced, but it's clear enough, and we get the feeling.
That one's so good. I love that one. That one's like a nice short one.
Okay. We don't usually notice this, not consciously, but it's there. All right. So our question then is, what is this? Why do people do this? Why do they do it all the time? There's got to be a reason. We turn to the literature, and we didn't find the reason there. Our question then is, what functions does reduction serve? Especially in dialogue, because in read speech and rehearsed speech, it's pretty well understood. AI voices can do fine. But what about dialogue? So we listened a little bit. We came up with some hypotheses. This is not the focus of today's story. Today's story is about what happened when we tried to verify the hypotheses. We did that in a standard way. We took a whole bunch of English dialogues, 21 minutes. Carlos went through and labeled all the occasions of reduction. I went through and independently labeled all the different pragmatic functions. And if we have an overlap between the green and the orange, we conclude that there's a connection. So we did that. We only needed two controls. The controls were the overall grand average and also some bonus controls. Positive assessments, negative feelings, things you wouldn't expect to have anything to do with reduction. So we did the work, we did the statistics, and we found, yay, significance, but more interestingly, we found significance for something we hadn't expected. Positive assessments are much more reduced than overall. All right, so going back to our little continuum, if you think about the overall behavior, so overall, the bars represent what fraction of speech is in each mode. Normal speech is more common, but in positive assessments, reduced speech is more common. If you take the global average, then you'll see, and you can do comparisons, for example, the t-test, and we find statistical significance. All right, so good. So we've discovered that positive assessments are expressed in American English dialogue with reduction. Do you believe me? Let's hear some examples. First one.
In the population.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
And individuals who are
Okay. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Highly reduced, very positive. Next example.
No, but it was pretty cool. I liked it.
Okay, same thing. Here he's talking about his own past experiences. The previous one was talking about someone else's career goals. It can also refer to like third parties.
That one's so good. I love that one. That one's like a nice short one.
The students are talking about anime here. For contrast, the AI voice might produce something like this.
That one's so good. I love that one.
Anybody notice a difference there? I think so. All right, so grand new discovery about the phonetics of English. But of course, the man in the street, of course, he knows this. They use it all the time. Not consciously, of course, but they know that. If you're working with somebody, you're carrying something, you know, okay, Joe, got it. Wait, oh, okay, we got it. You're probably continuously expressing how positive you feel about how things are going, what the other person is doing. We can do that because our speech has both the pragmatic and the semantic channels. In contrast, AIs or robots may not have that, right? They've got that semantics, sure, but they lack this other dimension. And that's why we call it a secret side channel in human speech. Robots don't know it, humans know it, and as long as everybody in the room keeps this a secret, we'll all be safe.